Hi everyone, it's Sheena from For the Love of Paper, and I'm just going to do a quick flip through of the Messy May journal with its prompts. So I had finished this, but I don't think I finalized it out, so I'll just do a full flip through. Things that remember, I'll note. This one's coming home. Some had like prompts of what you were supposed to do with the words, some I did my own interpretation. This is compassion, thoughts. Some are also 2 pages and single pages. Opposites, so dreams versus reality. Then we go into emergence. So I kind of just did a caterpillar to a butterfly. Regenerate. So this is where I had taken some images from a Somerset Studio magazine and made it into a new page. Quest. This is Quest. Just like a collage page. Glimmer. I had done this like little collage and there's some glitter in there. And then from there it's Fragile. So that's this spread here, collage, lots of collage. That's my favorite thing to do. Energize. So just weird black and white collage. Clarity. And this is definitely a 2-page spread here, just using different things I think that were around me that day. And this is the first time I did not stick to a same theme type journal. I really moved all around in different mediums and things like that. So this was clarity. This is terrain. Then this one was re-envision. So this page was already in there with the fish. So then I just played on that to re-envision. And then the next one is faces. So these images, this one and this one were from Flow magazines. And maybe even paper magazines. This one was excavation. So I put a whole bunch of scraps down, pulled it back, and there's a little quote in there. Unfurl. I really didn't know what that meant. And now I don't remember what the prompt was for it. Oh, I do remember. It's like crinkled paper, and then you're like supposed to like unravel it, like unfurl it. I don't know. I'm still not clear on it, but that's the piece back in there. And I just made a collage. Transparency. I had this piece and then made over it like a pocket. Put some things inside of there. Diffuse. This was to diffuse the background, so I use why is the word not coming to me? Like tissue paper, like the decorative Tim Holtz tissue paper. And I also use the paper for patterns, and I put some paint on them, and it kind of diffused the paint out with the patterns or the papers. And then doorway. It was supposed to be like a doorway into something about yourself. So that's why there's this doorway I had printed and made put some words on there, some cutouts. The next one was intention. Again, I used words. Mend was just different pieces of paper that were folded up and taped back together. And then, let's see. I feel like, this one was just little scraps, it's called, what's that say? Talisman. And these were just like little pieces that you had laying around that you hadn't used. So I just glued those on there. Then outside, so I had a feather, no, a leaf, a twig, and then those like helicopter things that come off of trees that when I was a kid, we stuck them on our nose. And I used that with different paint to do the textures of the background, and like used a stick to draw and different things like that. And then I just put these 2 pieces, these 2 stickers on here for outdoor. coffee was, this was really weird. It was supposed to be like you're supposed to talk from the mindset of your coffee pot. Well, I don't have a coffee pot, but I was having major issues with my printer printing lines, and I was super annoyed. So that was what I put. Here we go again. The printer is a shitter. Sorry, but yes, it was ruining my paper. The next one was nesting. So you're supposed to make a little bird nest out of scraps, and I just left that one plain, just one side, and then just left this other side plain. What's this one? River dye. I think it's supposed to be like I don't even remember, but what I did do is I put this quote. Oh, it was a particular moment you remember in time. And when I left the situation I was in, you can also call it a marriage, I felt like God just like split the sea for me and just let me let everything line up for me to come in here. I sold this apartment the next morning. They said it was unlocked, just go look at it. So yes, for me, this is like just being where I am now, and never forgetting how easy it was made for me to leave that situation. So then the next one is story. So I kind of just took these, and it's supposed to be story, but also use things that like one of your favorite things. And I love anything Tim Holtz, so I kind of made this into a story. This picture is not Tim Holtz, but used a Tim Holtz doll, collage, one of my favorite things to do, and then try to like portray a story, if that makes sense. Remnant was something you have laying around that you could collage, and this, oh no, lying. It was a remnant or a piece off of your collage strip, and then I put I sewed on a little ruffle there, which is the crepe paper that the streamers that you can get at the Dollar Tree. So that's what I put for remnant. Forage was supposed to like go around and use something in your stuff that you've never used before, and I actually had just bought this like spackling to try and do the, you can see that there are roses on there, the with a stencil. So that's what I did. It actually had came in the mail the day before that, so, and I really wanted to try it. So that was forage. Light, this page happened to be there with the Northern Lights whenever I got here. The light was supposed to be like, what are things that light you up? So again, I just did a little collage. I like reading, I like nature, and I like bright things. So that was light. And then the last day was the 31st, which was supposed to be a portal, and you're supposed to make a window with words of affirmation for creativity. So just being grateful. When you love what you have everything you need, and I have a lot of stuff in here. So for creativity, I just need to love what I have. So that is the Messy May journal. This is so chubby. I don't even know if this is going to slide back in here. We'll make it. So it started off small and in its form, and now it's messy and lovely. So there you are, Messy May.